My name is Art Whitman, Chairman of the Shaftsbury Select Board. I'd like to call this meeting of the Shaftsbury Select Board to order on Monday, January 3rd, 2022. First time I've said that. At 6:31. First order of business, is there any conflict of interest or anything showing on the agenda?
No, sir.
No.
No.
They sent out some minutes, but don't think we should approve them. For one thing, there were water board and selectmen's meeting on the same thing, and we can't approve the water board because we have to have a special warrant meeting, and there was a name missing. The transcriber didn't know the name of one of the people, so I think we should put that in to make it official, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I have some warrants. First warrant is check warrant report number 2. This is for the retirement for the town employees.
So moved.
$11,722.76. I have
Second.
a motion by Tony, a second by Ken. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? So carried, 400. Actually, it's 500. I forgot Joe.
Yeah, my mistake.
You'll take them?
Yeah, but you can just leave them on the table, I'll take care of them.
It's okay to leave them there?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we have payroll warrant number 13, $28,312.02.
So moved.
Moved by Tony,
Second.
second by Ken. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? So carried, 500. This has got to be one of the shortest check warrants I've seen in a long time.
Sorry?
The check warrant, it's all on one page. And I have check warrant number 22 for $33,026.98. Moved by Mike,
Second.
second by Ken. Items $1,000 or more. Oh, there aren't very many of them either. Blue Cross Blue Shield for $6,844. Bennington County Regional Commission, $7,000. Bennington County Sheriff's, $1,755. Sycamore Pete's. I assume that's Pete's Tire Barn, $2,074.75. Sycamore Landscaping, that's his just usual, we've broken it up into equal payments for his convenience, $2,083. And William E. Daly, two of them, $39.53 and $31.88. I assume that's for road salt, for road sand. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried, 500. Does anybody have any announcements? I guess the only one that I have is that we are, as soon as the legislatures meet this week, there will be some ruling on whether or not, on how we can have a town meeting.
Good.
So, I don't know how it's gonna be written or anything, so we're gonna have to definitely address that at our next meeting on the 17th. Because I think ballots have to be printed on the 20th or something like that, 21st.
She's,
So if we choose not to have an in-person town meeting, then the ballots have to be printed and go out to everybody, or they can go out to everybody, but all the questions that we usually answer on the floor have to be on
yeah.
the printed ballot also. So I just want people to realize that, and if you have an opinion, I don't know if they're even going to give us a chance to have it in person, but we may not have a choice depending on what they say. So that's all I have. Anybody else have anything? Don't see anybody from the public here, so no public comments. Melanie?
Katie, hello everybody.
Hi.
Did you get my reports?
I did, I'm trying to log into it now, but I'm having trouble.
Well, I did hard copy just in case.
Okay, thank you.
I'll give it to Ken here. Thank you.
Spare an eye.
Thank you.
So let's see, we can look at the cash flow first. If you look down under the disbursements, you see the voter-approved transfer to reserve. So that I finally did that. I always do that the last week of December. And that means that the cash position you see as of 3 days ago, $880,000, that's real. That's what really will, everything has been taken out, everything has gone in, so
School
that's...
taxes, everything.
So that's a real number to get us through the end of the fiscal, and we're in very good shape. You can see at the bottom the expenditures for this year compared to last year shows that we're spending a little bit faster. I think that's purely timing. I think it's partly because of things like the community appropriations and things like that we took care of a little earlier. So I think that's all that is. If it continues to be that different, I'm going to need to look into it a little bit more, but I think that's all it is.
Well, that's a big number, too.
Yeah, but
Okay.
this is the first time it's been separated, and when I did look at last year, there were things that just happened a little later. So if you want to look at the reserves, that's where you, I didn't give that to you yet, sorry. Just pass it around. The main thing to see here is all of that's the other side of the voter-approved transfers to reserves. You see in that credit column, there's a lot of activity there, and that's what that is. The only other thing is water. So there was a lot of water in December because the bills were out. They're now pretty much paid. There have been delinquency penalties have been added and everything, but mostly the water is taken care of now. The only other thing I wanted to say about the cash flow, and this is not news to you guys, but I wanted to say to the people in television land, what this report is and what it isn't. The cash flow report is purely a record of the cash that was accounted for in my office within a calendar month. It's not workflow, so it's not saying this is the work that these departments did. It's just what payments were processed by me. And December is a catching up month. I said that the last meeting. It's a catching up month because of what doesn't get done in November, because in November it's all about taxes.
Yeah.
So you can see, if you look at back at the cash flow again, you can see that the transfer station had over $7,000. The cemetery had more than $9,000. The clerk revenue was over $8,000. Those are not normal numbers. Those are much bigger. That's my catching up, is what you're seeing there. I mean, there are months when the clerk revenue is $9. That doesn't mean that Marlene and Jean are taking a vacation that month. It just means that it was sitting in my safe for a while. So I don't want people to read into these numbers something that they don't mean. They don't mean people are working 8 times as hard this month than they were last month. It's just, that's how the payments got processed. So I just didn't want people to think that this is a different report from what it is. Is that clear? I don't know whether I've ever really come out and said that before, but.
No, absolutely.
Okay.
Makes perfect sense, yes.
Yeah. Any questions about that or anything else?
Nope.
I don't have. Joe, you all set?
Yep, I'm all set here.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay, cool.
Thank you,
Thank
Mel.
you.
Thank you, Melanie.
Thank you, Melanie.
Thank you, Joe.
The legislature's approved a ruling or a law, I guess, that would allow towns to impose a mask mandate. The law said that the first time would be for 45 days, and it could be extended and for only 30 days at a time after that. The timing, if I counted the days right, the timing, our 45 days are up on the 12th, which is in between our meetings. So at this time, I guess we probably should either discuss or whatever, basically, do we want to extend it for another 30 days like the law says it could be? I don't know whether the 2 retail places that I know of, I have not seen anything in their windows or doors. There was no enforcement to it. I think mainly it was for Cole Hall. I think it's important that, to being a public building, that at least a mask mandate be here. So it's your pleasure. If you want to let it lapse, we just won't make a motion. If somebody wants to make a motion, we'll then discuss it and go from there.
I'll move that we extend the mask mandate for another 30 days.
Beyond, I think it's the 12th or whatever
Yeah.
the day is, okay?
From the 12th on.
I'll second.
We have a second. Any discussion?
I was down to Paulins tonight. They've got a sign in the door
They do.
that says that no mask, no service.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't take a head count.
Yeah.
I would say at least 50-50 did and some didn't. My opinion is this new variant that they've got, I don't think is near as bad as the rest of them,
As far
according to any report I've seen.
as far as
It's more contagious,
Yeah, it's
but not as bad. It's not as,
very contagious.
I don't know how to put it. It's more like the flu than like the COVID.
Yep.
You've got more cases, you've got less hospitalization.
compared to the number of cases.
compared to previous. I don't know, I'm just a guy that, I think government has got way too big and it's getting worse.
Well,
And, you know, I mean,
said, there's no
we're all adults, you're over 21, you're supposed to be know if you want to wear a mask or not. And I mean, I know me, I'm probably at the risk of, if there's anybody in the world's gonna get killed by the average cockroach, it's probably gonna be me. And it's just, I don't know, I just think there's too much, and I think it should be left up to the people.
okay. Mike, do you have?
I think since we're coming out of the holiday here and don't really know how bad it's gonna get in the next near future, that I would vote for a 30-day extension right now. I understand everything Ken's saying, and I understand a lot of the points Joe made, 6 weeks ago, whenever, when that was about, not every mask is created equal. You do have to make sure you're wearing the right kind of mask, and so I would vote now to extend it for 30 days, but I don't want to do it forever either, and everyone's tired of it. We have a chance to revisit it, obviously, I guess, in 30 days, so.
Yep.
But as it stands right now, we just don't know where it's going to go coming out of the holidays. The data won't be clear for a few days anyway, just to see where Vermont itself stands. Schools are getting right back in session. As it stands right now, I'm going to vote for an extension.
Okay.
But don't want to do it for the rest of time.
Tony?
I agree with Mike. I am most concerned about the fact that that the virus is mutating faster than we can keep up with. And unfortunately, it seems to be mutating with those people who are not vaccinated, and somehow this has got to stop. And I'm from the old school where the common good is where I go. And it's not violating any of my rights, as long as I'm not violating anybody else's rights. So.
Okay. Joe?
Yeah,
You've heard what we've been saying.
oh, yeah.
Okay, so, just need your opinion on, if you want to discuss it.
Oh, I mean, you can go ahead and extend the mask mandate and, 1, 2, 3 more. I mean, you're gonna have the same results that you've gotten from the first one.
Sure, okay,
So we're all good.
okay. So, I guess we'll take a vote. Ken?
No.
Ken's negative?
Aye.
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 And, Joe? Do you,
I oppose the mask mandate.
you oppose the mask mandate? Again,
Sure.
I will break the tie I will vote in the affirmative on this. So the mask mandate will be extended for 30 days until whatever date that is, and then we'll discuss it at that time. Okay?
Okay.
This is going to be a record meeting, I think. The only other business is that I did get a letter from the planning board saying that they have a candidate that they've interviewed, and they're asking us to approve it. But I think we probably better go through the process.
Yeah.
Invite that person in.
Sure.
For an interview. Obviously, if they think that's what they want, we aren't going to micromanage it, but I think to do it right, I think we better have it.
Good.
So I didn't receive it until just a few days ago, so I didn't have time to set up the appointment and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
So that'll be another one
Next
for the
meeting.
17th, if we can put it all together, okay?
Okay.
Any other business? Anybody think of anything else? Yes.
Just, I was going by the cemetery fence down there by my house. Is there anything said about gonna replace that? That's getting pretty ratty. The iron fence out in the front.
I know they aren't gonna paint it, that's a definite.
Oh, we'd never get the EP out of here. I mean, that's just gotta get taken down and
Yes. That's really up to the cemetery.
Well, I didn't know if, I hadn't heard anything in a while, Art, and I see it coming up here, and I said,
Let's put the question to them, okay?
yeah,
We
okay.
got, fence at, what's that, is that the village cemetery?
Yeah,
Is that what
village
we call it?
cemetery, the iron fence out in the front.
I think at the next meeting, Mike will be ready to put out to bid for another plow truck. Probably won't get it for, may not get it to 24. I know that it'd be questionable if we can even get it in 23, but
That's gonna be, have a stainless steel body, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what he's working, you know, I mean,
Yeah, well, no, I mean, that should have been done a long time ago, but,
he's drawing up the specs for it.
because it just makes the truck last what, you know, worth just so much more.
He believes in the stainless steel, for sure,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay.
Any other business? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Moved by Ken, seconded by Tony. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried, 5-0-0. Thank you, everybody.